Oh man, that's so sad. I know Robbie came in and watched some of that one with me. He's like, why didn't she just say to him if she thought it was racist? Why wouldn't she just say to him, that's a bit of a racist statement, or shouldn't say those things, or right? And obviously he didn't even say anything. The sister had said he said something racist, so obviously they've learned that that's a trigger for mom. And if they want to see some drama, he said something racist, and then boom. I know the thing will just jump on it. For some reason, it's like an illness. You see it in people. So sad. I know. He's like, because Robbie's just like, why just not teach him right from wrong? Mm-hmm. So sad. I know, it's like, it's interesting to see how he was kind of shuffling through, like, why would she do that? Why wouldn't she just... Right, I mean, if you think somebody says something racist, how is hitting them with a plate or punching them a healthy response? Right, because you should want to teach them if you feel like they're saying racist things. Let them know in a healthy way that you feel like that was racist and it really bothered you. Or whatever. You think that sounds horrible. Whatever it is, say it in a nice way. You know, your vulgarity is sinful. It's unattractive. It really is. Offensive.
Cultural voices exploring some of the questions shaping really how we live right now. So you can watch or listen to the podcast now on Amazon Music just by downloading the app.
Run he with that melody. Tom was hot, the tune was sweet, but he revamped it with the new offbeat and the classic thing. Got a shot of swing. Mr. Brahms cried, ach, so did Mozart and Bach, and to hear them rave, Paganini tumbled over in his grave. And now that tune that no one played has stepped right up and hit the hit parade. It was growing pop, and it couldn't stop. Now it's number one thanks to Tom the Piper's son. Tom the Piper's son stole a tune and away he run he with that melody. Tom was hot, the tune was sweet, but he vamped it with the boogie beat and the classic thing. Got a shot of sweet. Beethoven turned gray, so did Debussy and Bizet. It was such a stew. Tchaikovsky said, I'm gonna sue. And now that tune that no one played has stepped right up and hit the hit parade. It was growing pop, and it couldn't stop. Now it's number one thanks to Tom the Piper.
What's that? Oh yeah, and those people will step in situations like that, and they'll have groups getting victim funding on both sides because they both feel as though they were part of a domestic violence and they were just responding. Right? He said something racist. Right? You're dealing with grown people that just beat up an 11-year-old or diced his head with a plate because she thought he said something racist, which even if he had, doesn't justify those actions at all. But they feel like it does. Oh yeah, so they'll come in and they'll have people on both sides getting victim funding and victims of domestic violence on both sides. And it's so sad the children get put in homes sometimes that are worse and push medications on them and they wind up in prison when they turn 18. They just wait for them to turn 18. It's a business for a lot of those state workers and nasty fucks. Yeah, we pinpointed them out to you in 2012 and 2008. And those who came before, it's like a story that continues, you know? And you just put them together. Huh. And when people want to avoid looking at that at all cost, why? You sick fucks. You need help. You really do. What are you going to do with that? Quite disturbing. Yeah, those were some of the groups. We've had swarms of those people that have fucked with us and our children on and offline over the years. Yeah, when you look at the connections with those things, and many of them come on board doing that stuff to get the care and non-vaxxer bullies. Some are professionals and doing investigations on cartel families or watching the retard. Right, some it's patient studies. All these studies and experiments and tracking and tracing and keeping an eye on non-vaxxers. Are they aware or not aware? Can you get away with making it look like an overdose? Right, and many of them wouldn't go along with that just for being a non-vaxxer, right? That's wrong, but hey, if they kicked a dog or a bully or a racist, you see how psycho these adults are. Yeah, they're in our systems too. Those psychos that like to hit 11-year-olds with a plate because they thought he said something racist. Yeah, those kind of people. The fucking psychos sticking up for that woman that just killed her 3 kids. The fucking psychos throwing up hearts for Luigi. Yeah, a bunch of fucking psychos. So how are we don't really care what you're going to do with that fucking rat's nest. The proper authorities need to address the abuse and fraud here at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine, and get our children away from those sick, abusive monsters. Now, some of the storms that have come through over the years, now those people, those are out in California, huh? Yeah, we had quite a few from that area. It's like a triangle. Colorado Rockies. Yeah, Shasta, Mount Shasta. Yeah, all that area over there. So when you see some of the ones they are connected to from people here who were part of beating up retards and setting up that shit back in the 90s, who moved away to California later on, yeah, they know what they did, and we don't care about that either. We're not looking for anybody to get reprimanded for any of that stuff. It's all for understanding, for people to understand these lines and how our children and others have been targeted. Yeah, we're already dead. They got us. We're dead, and our children have been fucked and tortured for years, and they usually get fucked and tortured till they die in these situations. Yeah, usually. It's very rare that they actually uncover these situations and help the children and expose the networks. And it's usually because it's connected to some of their businesses, like ghost hunting, alien hunting, selling vitamins, coast to coasters, movies, music. So that's usually how they get away with it. A lot of noise, huh? A lot of people getting the snitches. The problems. Yeah, you gotta get the problems.
Get the retards. They should have been locked up. They're dangerous. And they're just letting them out here with us, smacking our asses. Have you seen my baseball? Yeah, you nasty fucking cunts are done. I've tried your shit. Get the fuck out of here to the ones who haven't. Many of them already have. So yeah, those ones out in Cali, I know, what's his name? David Hopkins is one that was involved with some of those things, yeah. I think they got a CBD business. He had quite a story too, huh? His mother being a witch. I think she got shot in the stomach. He got left in the woods. It's a horrible story. He has a son with autism. Yeah. Yeah, so when you start looking at, you know, a lot of the support and funding they get from different places and people. Yeah, he likes numbers, doesn't he? I like numbers too. Geometric shapes. Yeah, really cool. I like rainbows too. I like the sun. You too. Oh, me too. I like the sun too. Oh my god. Right, so anyways, yeah, when you see a lot of those groups and stuff, yeah, I mean, that was just an example. People were just showing you an example of those connections and ties to different things, and how when it actually comes to addressing the abuse and fraud, that's not an option for them. No, they're all about the hazing and tating and teaching people lessons and doing their investigation and sales. There are a lot of salespeople, you know. Right, so I mean, you start connecting those dots, and like we said, we don't really care. We're used to that shit. But talking about it pisses people off, and they like to call out conspiracy. And yeah, we really don't care. We're just bringing clarity and understanding, and we're trying to get help for our children in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles that psychos are protecting. Over-medicated psychos. Notice how they don't talk about any of it. What do you take for medication? Notice how they all ran and hid, trying to go to rehabs, get themselves better and come off the medication while they allow it to be promoted to young children. How can you fucking live with yourselves, huh? Bunch of Rachels! You sick, nasty fucking cunts. Proper authorities need to address this, that's all I know. It's not going to stop. We're going to keep speaking the truth and speaking out. Yeah, other people know. They're not going to be speaking from this personally identified space sometimes like we are. They're just like the other cases over the years that we've seen, and you can't do anything about it, just watching horror. And the children wind up dead and murdered, fucked and tortured till they die. People get away. People think they're such great people. It makes them sick. Yeah, they go postal too. I know. Get them, boys. Get them. Making Robbie an egg sandwich. That's what he wanted. He does love egg sandwiches. Yeah. Eggs, yeah, one of his favorite meals. He loves scrambled egg sandwiches, egg salad. I'll eat eggs once in a great while, not too often. Usually hard boiled if I do, but not too often. Right, or if we go out to eat and there's like egg in the onion ring batter or something, I'm not really too picky about that. I'll make exceptions here and there, but not if I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, if they had an option without it, I'd be like, yeah, give me those. But most places don't. You know, onion ring batter is tricky. But I've had vegan onion rings that were very good. So it can be done. Oh, don't say anything against the meat and dairy industry. Another round of that, huh? I get so fucking sickening and old, and then how that stuff just gets profited from when the people and the communities hear word of it. They want to get rid of what? Twinkies? Oh my, and you have riots and people just fighting with each other and at each other's throats, stampeding over each other to get a Tickle Me Elmo. And you're just like, yeah, we're living in a world of fucking confusion, huh? You or us? Because it seems like you're just watching from over there and profiting from all of it and not speaking the truth, which is very sad to us. I know, you're very busy. You have drones to develop and design. I know, you're very busy. I know, and they got you all fucked up on these medications, making you stop smoking marijuana. No more using THC. Why, David? Are they trying to prove a point with you? I know, they had him all messed up, taking different drugs, and he came off the pills, and then he's like, and now I'm not using THC anymore. No wonder he took himself out. I would have too. Oh, don't worry. Heaven awaits, my dear. Heaven awaits. Have you been a good boy? Lex Friedman? Yeah, I've heard of him. We used to listen. We haven't listened to any of his discussions in a while, but I mean, we've probably watched hundreds, maybe thousands of hours over the years of some of his discussions. He's had a lot of interesting ones, yeah. Alexa, what's the name of this?
This is Puna Se Lai Ponri by Sithar, Nazir, Pandit Govindram, and Tanvir.
One more time. I missed that. Alexa, what's the name of this?
This is Puna Se Lai Ponri by Sithara, Nazir, Pandit Govindram, and Tanvir Nakvi.
Did you get that? Alexa, turn up a notch. Alexa, what's the name of this?
This is Puna Se Lai Ponri by Sithara, Nazir, Pandit Govindram, and Tanveer Nakvi.
Puna, say something. Zahar. Oh my god.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. This design is 30 seconds. I can't get into everything I'm FDA approved to do, so I'm just gonna play my jingle again. But first, ask your doctor about which
Alexa,
FDA
play music from 1938. Oh my god.
Music from 1938
It's
on
5:11.
Amazon Music.
Oh no, it's 5:11 on the stove clock. So technically it's 5:14. Oh man. Well, see, yeah, and see why they go silent after. And we were showing them too. And when they see that we're aware, you see how they back off on that end, right? And then they come on stronger to the stupids around us and people that are willing to do nasty, evil, stupid bullshit. Freak out if they swear or right. I don't want to live in a world with nasty fucking evil people like you. They're saying suicidal things. I know, you're just dealing with a lot of bullshit over the years with these people. But yeah, so some people and investigators in class were mentioning some of those loops and groups we were just talking about over in Cali. Yeah, so I mean, David Hopkins, he should be able to fill you in on that. What about David Chase from Canada? What about David Wilcock? Is he really dead? I could care less. It's off to work we go. Well, I know it seems harsh, but that's just how it is from here in the great beyond. Yeah. You don't want to be emotionally attached to anything or anyone. It's hard to speak the truth when you are, because you don't want to offend anybody or lose your job or your home. I don't know, have you earned it? Have you earned it? Let's see your track record. Oh, look at that.
It was very easy.
Paper trailers, huh? Yeah. Yeah, they've done a lot of good people wrong. But yeah, we were trying to show them that back. Was it 2016 and 17, some of those ones out at that way. Yeah. I know when you look at, too, the history and how they've made a living out of getting the retard care and non-vaxxer and people and these breezeways of high traffic and info sharing. I know. That was the one where I'd purposely get kicked out of the groups. Bunch of psychos, huh? Down days. Yeah, he said he had some friends, some boater friends in Massachusetts, and he'd been to Maine. Yeah, he had some fisherman friends. I know, they make a lot of money too with those businesses and different things and selling CBD and different things like that. Yeah, see, there's nothing against them. They're not fucking our kids. But they depend, you know, on those punks that do create these situations.
I'm Kat. I'm a college athlete. I was diagnosed
Alexa, volume 1. Well, that's why they all like to just believe it's MK Ultra, or they're just getting a Karen that really deserved it, and yeah, they're gonna get mad and angry. And they fuck with people. They've been doing this for years. We've shown you plenty of documentation in different pinpointed areas where it got really bad. Yeah, it's kind of like when all of a sudden people are repeating the same phrases or behaviors on basic traffic stops. All of a sudden. Right, you didn't see it all over the place. There were certain areas where all of a sudden they're like, what the fuck is up with people not wanting to pull over or roll down their windows and demanding a supervisor before I can even say, you know, your gas tank was open, your seatbelt was hanging out your car. You had a tail light out. Why are you flipping out? Right, so when you see how that works, and we've been watching and listening and how they've been fucking with other people, individual levels in some of these cases, I mean, it's not a coincidence all of a sudden ambushes on citizens and police all of a sudden amped up and these crazy people being over-medicated directly connected to some of these groups. Right, so why is that not being discussed and talked about, news people? I know, over the years they all have their different excuses. Oh, cartel investigations, and those people don't deserve to be there. We gotta get them out of there. Drug family, cartel family, these people, they've had it coming for years. You know, they've caused a lot of death with the drug trafficking and shit. I know, and then we're dealing with those fucking assholes on top of the fucking druggies and pieces of shit who protect the druggies like they've helped them and they supply them the medications they need because the doctors won't. You see why we don't vote? And both sides can fuck off, and the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to address the facts and concerns here. You sick motherfuckers are done. Get away from our children. Proper authorities, you need to get these kids away from these sick fucking people. Those are hostages that have been abused and tortured for years. What the fuck are you sitting on? Anyways, much love, health, and peace to you all. You take care now.